Hey y'all, what's up? It's Friday, so I'm gonna keep it black, but I'm gonna keep it brief. Baby, it's cold outside. So clearly the black people in Connecticut, which I just learned were organizers at Hearing Youth Voices, have kept their foots on the necks of the education system. This past week, Governor Ned Lamont announced that Connecticut will now require all high schools to offer classes in Black, African American, Puerto Rican, and Latino studies, which will start in 2022. 2022? Yeah, man, I presume they gotta get it together. And so many people are upset about this news. Like, why? But that's not news. Like, I took African American studies when I was in high school. Nobody is saying that Connecticut is the first to have African American studies in classes. But what we are saying is that now an entire state will require its high schools to teach this information to students, or at least make it available. They should really start in elementary school, but baby steps, I guess. Now the classes will have to have structure and standards. These just won't be filler classes students can choose to take because it's easy, because they'll watch movies and write essays because one, the teacher doesn't know what they're talking about, or the class has no structure, or two, the kids already think they know everything they need to know about Black history. Slavery, the Harlem Renaissance, the Civil Rights Movement, and Barack Obama. And there it is. Kids of all races think there's only 4 important elements of African American contribution to American history. Yes, individual teachers, yes, individual schools, yes, individual counties have come together to create a bona fide African American studies curriculum, but nothing has been mandated by the state. Why would African American history classes have to be mandated for my child to learn? What you putting on them gloves for? Nah, I was just saying though. Oh, okay. And it's just crazy to me that people ask questions like that, because my children, my Black children, these Hispanic children, these Asian children, these Native American children are required to sit in classes and take standardized tests based off the information in these classes where white historical figures are the main characters. And minorities play these tokenized supporting actor roles with no depth and flat storylines. But you mad because now cultural studies classes are a required option? If anybody thinks that all cultural studies classes can be fit into a generalized American history course, you are sadly mistaken. Talk to them. Were you there when we were talking about the Trail of Tears? Oh yeah, so then we gave the Native Americans blankets filled with smallpox so they would die as we kicked them off their land. So you murdered them? Yep. So we just gonna skip past that? Yep. Now on to, but y'all know y'all not ready to talk about indigenous history though. You see, in order to create America, white people had to rob an entire people of their continent, and then rob an entire continent of their people. And your regular American history classes just don't talk about that enough, and it shows. Say that. Why? Well, because the white people wrote the history books and decided what stories they wanted to tell. It's called revisionist history. It's called historical negationism, meaning they intentionally left it out. And our children have been overtly fed these white-friendly versions of America's past. But y'all call me brainwashed. And how long do kids have to digest this information? For 12 years of their life. But Black history is American history, so why do y'all need separate classes? Well, because you can't see the eye of the storm from the outside looking in. That's like saying that you're colorblind and you don't see color, that you don't want to see color, and when you don't want to see color, you refuse to see the things that make people different, which are necessary to see the way people have been able to navigate American history being something other than white. I sincerely hope y'all getting qualified Black teachers, because otherwise the point is still null and void, because we still will have white people telling our stories.